everyone, it's Steve from Sneaker Tech Talk, back with another video today. For today's video, we will be taking a look at two basketball shoes that I do really enjoy playing in for different reasons, and that is the Serious Player Only Player One Plus versus the Nike Kobe 9 Elite Low. So without further ado, let's do a comparison on both of these low top basketball shoes. All right, so if you didn't know, the Player One Plus made it to my top spot in 2023 and 2024. This shoe is amazing to play in even here today, and I have heard some news that the brand is planning to cancel making this shoe altogether. I don't know why, because honestly, this is like a Kobe on steroids, and that's why I want to compare it to the Kobe 9 Elite Lows. So without further ado, let's take a look at both of these shoes. All right, so starting off with the traction pattern on both of these shoes right here. You do have a heat mapping of the foot in a translucent rubber variety on this shoe right here. The traction on these is elite. 10 out of 10 on clean floors. On dirty floors, around an 8.5 or 9, because you do have to wipe pretty frequently. And just to mention, the rubber compound does wear away rather quickly on this shoe because it is pretty soft, but while it lasts, it is an elite setup for sure. Now on the Player One Plus from Serious Player Only, you have a herringbone traction pattern in this spiral wound kind of variety. It does not matter, clean or dirty floors, solid or translucent. This traction pattern is elite, like one of the best, if not the best that I've ever played in. A very solid, like 9.9 or 10 out of 10. I've got like 25 to 30 colorways. I've played in the shoe extensively. I've tested it extensively. This is still one of my favorite basketball shoes to play in, and the traction is elite on this model. So keep that in mind. If I had to pick one over the other, I think you guys already know the Player One Plus definitely takes the cake. Now, as far as the cushioning goes, obviously with the Kobe 9 series, we are getting a React drop in midsole. It's decent at best as far as impact protection at the back. In the forefoot, it is very close to the floor. This is gonna wear down over time, similar to its original Lunar Lawn counterpart, but it is decent. You know, if you have some younger legs, you might really like it. Whereas on the Serious Player Only shoes, all of their shoes are drop-in midsoles. The one that I have in this one right here is the explosive drop-in midsole, but they have other ones. They have the Support, they have the Light 2.0, they have the explosive, and they have like 5 or 6. They have the individual one as well you can wear with orthotics. But if we're just talking this one right here, it's like way better. The bounce on this one is insane as far as what you're getting underfoot for comfort. I really enjoy it, and honestly, it's not even close as far as the cushioning goes. Even on some of this brand's, like, not even the best cushioning that they offer with the drop-in midsoles, they are still far better than the React that Nike offers. So keep that in mind. These are on sale right now. This is not an ad for them. I'm just trying to spread the good word. They're not making any more Player One Pluses, so that's kind of a huge letdown, because honestly, I think they could run this shoe for like 5 or 10 years and it sells itself because of the performance. So as far as the cushioning goes, I like the eTPU kind of boost-like explosive drop-in midsole far better than what you're getting here on the Kobe 9s. It's a lot more clunky with this plastic heel counter. It's very sturdy, but it's very clunky. Not quite as clunky because you don't have a bunch of plastic. It's just kind of this clip right here. So I do enjoy the heel to toe transition better on the shoe, and just the overall setup. It's not quite as close to the floor in the forefoot, but it is still very nice as far as the cushioning goes. And that's why I prefer the Player One Plus with basically any of the setups that they do offer. Now, as far as the fit goes, I will say it's pretty much identical. Both of these shoes are a US size 11. My toe is right near the end of the shoe in both of them. They both have a ton of padding at the back. On the tongue, they're both gusseted as well. Pretty low profile in the toe box for both of these shoes. Honestly, this shoe's kind of more built like the Kobe 8s, but the fit is superb on both of them. There's no extra volume or room within either one of these shoes. So as far as the fit goes, I would have to say it's a tie. I would say that these break in just a little bit quicker because the Flyknit is softer versus like this screen mesh with all of these TPU and fuse overlays, but it's still very enjoyable on foot once broken in. But sound off in the comments if you've played with both. What do you prefer? But for me, I would have to say it's a tie, or maybe even just a slight edge for the Kobes because they do break in just a little bit quicker. Now, as far as the materials go, right off the bat, really nothing premium. Obviously with this Flyknit, it's kind of one of the first iterations on a basketball shoe. A ton of glue and a ton of backing within this shoe in general. So not premium, but it does break in quickly. You're getting all of your airflow from the tongue. You have some synthetic materials at the top, some 3M hits on the back of the shoe for those stitch marks for his Achilles. But it's an enjoyable setup on foot because it breaks in rather quickly. The materials on these, I would say, are a little bit cheaper because it is like a screen mesh material. Some colorways have some really nice materials. Even this one right here does have like this nubuck at the back that I do enjoy a lot, but they do take a bit more time to break in because of all of this fuse right here at the toe box. But once they're broken in, they are very nice. But the materials are just nothing premium except for at the back of some colorways. So as far as the materials go, I would have to give the slight edge to the Kobe 9 Elite Lows, but it's not really anything groundbreaking because these, once broken in, feel great as well. Now, as far as the support goes on both of these shoes, I'm gonna say it right off the bat, the Player One Plus is the more supportive option out of the two. And you might ask, why is that? Because it does have an internal TPU heel counter and this external clip right here. Moving your way down from that, you have all of these kind of fly wire strands running throughout the shoe and this TPU support frame right here. So on hard lateral cuts, this is all helping aid your foot to protect it and keep it on the footbed. You have a wide and stable base, an outrigger, and a carbon fiber mid-foot shank plate for support. This is a very supportive basketball shoe for positions 1 through 5. The Kobe is very supportive as well. Internal and external TPU heel counter. You get the carbon fiber up top here on the heel counter on the lateral and medial side. You do not get a shank plate, so it is more flexible here at the midfoot. You also have some flywire cables on the eyelets that do run down into the stromal board. So on hard lateral cuts, you do have some pretty decent support right here. You also have this rubberized portion that wraps up your pinky toe. So again, on hard cuts, this is all helping aid your foot right here. But if I had to give the slight edge to one shoe, I would definitely say the Player One Plus is the more supportive option. Now, as far as the weight, these are both a US size 11. The Kobe's come in at 14.6 ounces and the Player One Plus come in at 15.25. So the Kobe 9 Elite Lows are just a little bit lighter. I would say in hand, honestly, they feel more or less the same. Now, as far as the price point for both of these shoes, I believe these are $220 USD. In Canada, they sell out instantly. The US, I don't think they do. Whereas the Player One Plus is $180 USD. You can swap out the drop-in midsole with any of the other options that they do have. And I do believe they're having a sale right now. A lot of bigger sizes are up to 70% off. Smaller sizes are like 20 to 30% off. So these you can get at a bargain of a price. Now, if I had to pick one shoe over the other, if I had to recommend one shoe for you to go with, what would it be? Obviously, the Kobe's do have that name stay as far as like, you know, it's Kobe Bryant's shoe. This is one of his better shoes, the colorway. All those things matter to people. And when you're on court, you're gonna get noticed with these a lot. But if we're going for pure performance, it's the Player One Plus, period, because they have superb traction. They have like 5 or 6 different drop-in midsole options for their shoes now. The fit's good, the support is good, the materials are decent once broken in, but just the overall package of this shoe, I love it. And I love playing in all the colorways that I have. I think they're great. It's a performance beast. If you've tried them out, you would know the same. But sound off in the comments, what you would go with between the two shoes. If cushioning is not a big deal for you and you don't need a bunch of plush cushioning, then the React drop-in midsole will probably do. But for me, being in my mid 30s, I definitely need a more plush option, and I get that in the Player 1 Plus from Serious Player Only. But that's gonna do it for today's video. As always, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, that would really help the channel a ton. And check out my Instagram over at Sneaker Tech Talk, as it is an extension of my YouTube channel with all my pickups, basketball footage, and nostalgia as a whole. As always, thanks for watching today's video, and until next time.